has shocked the football world. Tony Romo has shocked the football world. The former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys is now an announcer and on a nationally televised television program. Of an NFL playoff game, Tony Romo called 3 black football players who missed a tackle in this playoff game on national television niggers. Tony Romo, in no subliminal manner, called 3 black football players on national television niggers. The spirit of Jimmy the Greek has returned, or shall I say, has never left.
We're back. Take a look.
Tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3. Talked about it. This is the best tackling. Tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3. Talked about it. This is the best tackling. Right there, you got 3. Right there, you got 3. Right there, you got 3.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I think that's absolutely hilarious, right? I think it's absolutely hilarious.
All right, let's be fair. Let's watch it one more time and see if he was about to say niggas. All right, let's be fair to Tony Romo. Let's be fair.
Right. The extra yards, the tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3.
Guys.
Do it again. Joe, do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna turn it up more.
Hold on.
Tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3. Talked about it. This is the best tackling. Tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3. Talked about it. This is the best tackling. Right there, you got 3. Right there, you got 3. Right there, you got 3.
Tony Romo has exposed the hidden culture of American football, crouched in white supremacy.
I'm not going to their team. If anything, whoever like me at quarterback, that's where I'm going.
Y'all remember this?
If a team did ask you to do that, would you do it?
No, sir, I'm a quarterback.
When the stereotype persisted.
I'm tired of hearing the NFL castigated as some sort of bigoted league that is inferior to the NBA in terms of racial progress.
Tony Romo has exposed what the National Football League has tried to hide.
The NFL is not the gold standard, as Jason Whitlock implies. It continues to struggle in one glaring area every single year.
Tony Romo has exposed the hidden culture within the NFL rank.
I've always been a team-first guy, but I think I'm a quarterback. I think that's that.
And Jalen Hurts is the latest casualty on the long list of black quarterbacks having their character disparaged and criticized for, as Terrell Pryor said, playing quarterback their whole lives. Cam Newton was described as fake and selfish. Cardell Jones, compared to Jamarcus Russell, was labeled not the brightest cookie in the world. Geno Smith, not a student of the game. Deshaun Kaiser, diva. Jalen Hurts took Alabama to the title game, transferred to Oklahoma, was a Heisman runner-up, threw for 3,851 yards and 32 touchdowns with 1,298 rushing yards and 20 more touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, there's a history of NFL teams demanding black quarterbacks switch positions at this time of year. In 1933, the NFL secretly decided to ban black players, reportedly at the behest of former Washington owner George Preston Marshall, a committed segregationist. The ban was rooted in the widespread racist beliefs about black inferiority that underpinned segregation, that whites assumed that African Americans lacked the physical stamina and emotional courage to excel. Though the ban was lifted 13 years later, African American quarterbacks were almost non-existent.
I knew it wasn't going to be a level playing field.
Let me introduce you to Marlon Briscoe, the AFL's first black quarterback. Racism was running rampant in 1968, but the more they did to me, the tougher I got, he said. Drafted in the 14th round in 1968 by Denver, he knew the Broncos wanted to play him elsewhere, so he demanded a tryout at quarterback. He got the audition, but not the job. Bad quarterback play plagued Denver and Briscoe, who threw 14 touchdowns in 5 games, a Broncos rookie record. He got the opportunity, but never played the position again. My fellow Jews have a saying, L'dor v'dor, from generation to generation. Throughout the history of pro football, black quarterbacks have been marginalized. They've been backed. They've been disenfranchised from the position by the mainly white gatekeepers in the National Football League from succeeding. While there has been a breakthrough, the initial radical process is being displayed in plain sight with 21-year-old Jalen Hurts adding his name to the roster of pre-draft racial coding these gatekeepers employ and over time remain stuck in the past. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, Mandela said. It's time those at the top carry out this message.
Hey, I just want to talk about Romo for a second. Yeah. I know he's probably a nice guy, but I can't stand to listen to him do the game.
Way over the top.
Way too much.
Yeah, he talks way. He doesn't let the game breathe. It's a stream of consciousness broadcast. He's worn out his act. And Romo doesn't. He refuses to just sit back and let the game come to him a little bit. Let it breathe.
And Collinsworth is just as bad. He talks way too much.
Way too much. I mean, he jumps to these. And Collinsworth did tell us before the San Diego game they thought Miami was a possibility to go to the Super Bowl, which was never going to happen. But yes, way too much, Jay. And Romo it's his personality. It's never going to change. He just does not allow the game to breathe. We're all watching the game. We all know we're all good football fans. We all know what's going on. Nobody's sitting there and that game took forever. Nobody's sitting there for 4 hours on a Sunday afternoon without some big interest in the game. We don't have to have him talk incessantly by the minute, by the word.
Can somebody please take the telestrator away from Romo?
He's just way over the top. There's no way around it. I mean, I know he was a little bit of a sensation, and he parlayed that into $17 million a year. So give him credit. That's pretty damn good. But they were afraid they were going to lose him to ESPN if they didn't pay him after they developed him at $3 million a year per whatever he was making. But to me, I can't pay attention to him. I mean, I feel bad for Nance. He's got to basically do the game along the cadence line of Romo. Makes it tricky, but they wear you out. Very few people I know have not told me over the last 3 years, Chris, can you tell Romo to shut up?